I do. I wear many different hats. And one of the scenarios I'd like to tell you about that displays that is if you can picture me at home with a bath towel wrapped around me, a vacuum in one hand, and speaking to a business client in the other. That's basically happens quite often. So that's what I mean. I am many different things. I am definitely blessed with 4 daughters, a stepdaughter, 8 grandchildren, and husband, along with many friends from various backgrounds that keep my life exciting and never a dull moment. And so I would like to start by saying, whoever said being your own boss is a bowl of cherries. I try to balance everything in my life, and working at home has its many challenges. And so I have my home where my computer is in one corner, where I could be running back and forth from it and cooking a pot of soup on the stove all at the same time. And I've noticed that many of my friends are in the same situation, whereas they're talking to me on the phone and their speech is kind of distorted and funny. When I ask them what's wrong, she says, "I'm just trying to put my lipstick on and running out the door." So it does have its humorous moments. But I would really like to talk to you about the other things that I do. I consider myself a teacher and a student and an adventurer. Some of my most exciting moments were when I was on a paranormal tour with an investigative group called Cold Spotters. And I'm also currently on a team that produces an internet radio program called Spaced Out Radio. So my life does go in many different directions. But my biggest passion and purpose is being a psychic medium. My intuitive abilities have helped me all my life in dealing with people, handling situations, and anticipating things to come. My spiritual path started when I was 7, when I learned how to read tea leaves from my grandmother. And little did I know that I had family secrets, that grandmothers on both sides were actually capable of doing this. And I didn't learn this until I was much older. Much to my disappointment, I would have loved to have known this sooner and gotten to know them better. It's been a long and exciting road for me, and it's taken me to places and enabled me to do things that I never dreamed that possible. And I feel part of that, though, is that I try to be up for every adventure that comes my way. And as long as I have a friend or someone with me, then I'm game to go anywhere they are going to go. It has taught me to recognize earth angels that pop up whenever I need them. I can now help others with my abilities and intuitive sessions, and I get people from many walks of life asking me questions and looking for hope and insight. I'm wanting to share with you tonight some of my experiences and philosophies that aided me in getting through some tough times. I hope my stories inspire you with my candidness, humor, and matter-of-fact approach to life. And even though I've had to overcome various challenges, I still learn to trust myself and continue on and learn from my lessons. There's 3 things that help me to get through things, and I'd like to share them with you. The first one is keep things in perspective and set your priorities. Know that everything is in divine order, and there is life after any situation. But above all, find your source of strength. Everybody has one. Even as bad as sometimes may seem, the experience gives you opportunity to learn and grow. Remember that you do have help from your divine source. To determine how to connect with this source, here's a simple exercise that I use. Just sit quiet and ask the questions, and then listen to the inner voice for the answers. It's not the end of the world. My stories give you insight into real-life situations and ideas on where your journey may take you. Each one with its unique benefits and challenges. You'll find in my first story, Bankrupt, and what I learned about life. In that, the world displays how it is judged by economic status. And our society functions and affects people from every social level. Loss of material assets can be devastating. But to me, the most important thing is health, happiness, and spirit of well-being. My intention is to bring light and importance to that perspective. I believe in celebrating love, courage, and spirit, and the value they hold. That to have them is to consider myself a very rich person. As we go through life, there are many things to fear. Economic ruin, death, love, and life itself. Some fears are real, but some are manifested in our own mind. But real or not, they all take courage to face them. Where and how we find that courage is individual. In my story, Journey of Courage, in the second book, discover how love and faith were my driving force. The next time you are facing fear, determine what is your source of courage. Look deep and tap into it. I'd like to share with you a poem that I wrote. And it goes like this. The elusive golden chalice is only visible when you look into the sunlight. It gleams and reflects a blinding light into your eyes. Look not upon this unattainable treasure, but find the golden light that's within and allows you to see everything clearly. I'm currently anticipating the release and publishing of my third story, which is anticipated to come out this summer. And it's about my spiritual path and how it got me here today. But what really sets the tone for my days every morning when I wake up, I have a poster, and this is what it says to me. Good morning, this is God speaking. Know that you are in good hands today. managing all your affairs. So just relax, because I don't need your help. I am with you.